If you wanna stay with me, if you wanna try, maybe you could be with me, but only for the night.
Good evening and welcome, anime fans. Tonight, this is the Anime Analyst -US, and I am your host, Thomas Fry.
And I am your co-host Hasnan Zaidi.
And tonight, we are talking about, is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon, season 4?
Okay, before we go any further, I just want to thank you about telling me about HiDive.
Okay, he didn't even let me get the title out, but it was season 4, and it is, as you see on the picture I just brought up, it is HiDive. It is HiDive week still. We have one more day besides today. Today it is wrong to try to pick up girls in dungeon, and we're now, don't get us wrong. We're going to go back and do season 1, 2, and 3, and then we'll have a special show on all the OVAs. I want to talk about this anime more, but there is no way. It would have to be a 2-hour special to talk about all the seasons that are available just for, is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? But, and I will say this being Thursday, I picked a variety of animes off of HiDive, but now that I've introduced you to HiDive, there's a lot more that I'm going to tell you about that are really high quality animes. What we talked about yesterday, The Eminence of Shadow and Girls in a Dungeon, these are their two most popular animes of that, even though they're on HiDive, and I don't mean to say that to where it sounds derogatory, but HiDive is a smaller pay site. They only have about 400 animes on there, but the quality that they invest in is really high. The one we got tomorrow is an awesome one, and that's why I wanted to concentrate this week on some really good ones. We're also going to go back, have another HiDive week here before too long, probably a month from now. We'll go and maybe a month, every 6 weeks, we'll do a HiDive week until we get through all the very important ones. And there's some new ones coming out. But you can go to, it's www.hidive.com /home, and it is, I think I'm paying $4.99 a month for my subscription to HiDive, and I think it's, as soon as I found this site, I've kept it thoroughly, because they really bring some high quality anime to the world that for us to see. So let's get to talking about this. Now, like I said, once again, we are talking about, is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? And this would be 4. And this is the one where, I brought the dragon up instead of bringing the other one down. Sorry about that. I clicked the wrong little button there. But this is one of the dragons that they fight in, this is like the beginning of the second part. Belcronel gets stuck, and he is down with Ryu, fighting their own. They got sucked down and fighting this horrible beast that killed all of Ryu's familiar early on. Now, they don't have a season where that's in there. That's kind of like Ryu's backstory. But in fighting the evil demon thing, her entire familiar gets killed, and now Belcronel and Ryu is having to fight this thing all by themselves, while his team that he's a captive of, his own familia, the Hestia familia, is back up on level 26, and all of a sudden this level boss comes out, which is this two-headed dragon and if you're a land creature and you're trying to fight a water dragon, you got problems because it's, and then on top of this, they are being encroached on from levels 23 and 24. The tree roots are coming down. There's a hole in the floor up above. They've got the an evil familiar running around, the remnants of one, running around, lighting off, fire. I guess I don't want to say fireworks. I want to say like sticks of dynamite. They're magic balls that are activated by magic, and they explode. And they got about the power of, 2-3 sticks of dynamite. So if you're down in a dungeon and all of a sudden 40 balls of dynamite go off, you got problems. You got a lot of, roofs, which is also a floor, coming down on you. And, then they're fighting. So everybody gets separated. This is one of the longer seasons they have, and man, I know I started right into the fight, but I followed this from the beginning, and Bel Crenel, he seems to jump up a level. He's level 4 now. He seems to get a level every season. So he's level 4 now. He's a captain. He's just coming into getting his power going, and you got all this stuff going on. So, and wow, I didn't mean to just like take off on this one. So what do you think of this anime? Let me get rid of the dragon off the screen there.
No, it is a good anime, and I think it is better than the first 3 animes. Everything is changed. The artwork is changed. The way they develop the characters, the way they are giving them the backstories, and now how they are showing, like they didn't rush off, like they made it in 2 parts and it is longer than the other seasons, but it's justified that, like they took their time to tell the story, like some others do, like they do quickly and it doesn't stay the
Yeah,
same like that.
well, when you got 4 seasons that's about one story, then it's a lot easier to, hang that story out. You can go into the backstories. You can go in and you can explain the background of each character. They're fighting a different familiar in every season up till now. This is the only season they're really not fighting a familiar the whole time. The middle, what would you say, the middle 15 episodes, they're fighting another familiar or remnants of an old familiar that died out, that this guy hung on. And that's where Ryu comes into this. She's down there. This is a level 4 that knows her stuff. She's at the high end of, I would say she's probably the top or the second highest person that's a level 4, as far as she's just about to level 5. She just needs to do the requirements to get over to level 5, where some of the other characters that we have fallen in love with as this story continues. But I do agree with you that the illustrations, the artwork, the storytelling, that has gotten better. And honestly, I think it's because they've kept the same employees in telling the same story. And the longer you work on something, the better you're going to get. But at no point of anywhere of I think it's 24 episodes. I was trying to see if I could pan through. It's hard for me to do something and keep y'all, going at the same time. There's 22 episodes in this season, and it's. I hope it's not the last one. I really am hoping for a because the levels go up to level 6. Now, for anyone to do that in 6 years, I don't think that's possible, but it would be cool if he got. They didn't show him getting the level boost, but I would like to see him go and become a level 5, and I would like to see this story continue. Now, this came out in summer of 22. So honestly, we here at Anime Analyst consider anything made after 2020 can be reviewed as a recent anime because we all know 2020 changed the world. And everything
Right.
is different after 2020, and that's including the quality of the animes that we're seeing that are coming out. They're almost at TV grade or movie grade as far as the backgrounds and the character developments and the story writing. They're, you can't, everything, went up in cost, so you have to be much more picky about what you produce nowadays. So anything that was made after 2020 has to be, is the story good? Do we have the right people? Because there's less jobs. They're not paying more, but yet it costs twice as much to make anything. So and I think before everything is fully set in, this was made. But I'm curious. Aren't you curious at how much does it cost to do a 12, a one season anime show? Doesn't I'm kind of curious nowadays of what that would cost.
I think it will be different. Like if I'm not sure about the all over, but if I think that thing from where I'm, like in Pakistan, I know like there are too many talented guys who can make good things, and here the pay gap is from the world is way more or less. Like
Yes.
so the average pay of a normal guy here is $120 per month.
Yeah.
So, so if we hire people from here, it will be really cheap. That's why like most of the companies in the like the work we do, why we are doing dispatch work from here in the Pakistan, because you can't hire a dispatcher who is in the US.
No, because the fees that they would have to charge the driver would be double, if not triple, what it costs. We're based out of Florida, and the studio costs have tripled without anything else. So let's get into the politics on this on another one. We'll let everyone go for today. We will definitely revisit this. I didn't get much of a chance. I kind of got out of order today and kind of got caught off guard. Tomorrow's our last day of HiDive week, and I want come check it out. We're at our new YouTube channel, which is at Anime Analyst US. We also have at Anime Analyst PK for our partner Hassan, who's over in Pakistan. So we're 9,000 miles away and 12 hours different on the clock, almost. I didn't say that, don't take my words exact, because it's just easier to say 12 hours. He's in the middle of the night coming up on the morning, and I'm at the end of my day. Once I'm done and get everything transferred over and get set, then it's the end of my day. So we will see you back here tomorrow. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share. And thank you for watching. This is the Anime Analyst. I'm your host, Thomas Fry.
And I'm your co-host Hasnan Zadi.
And we will see you tomorrow.